Okay, here's a new video series called Look What's on My Workbench because I'm indecisive and I make changes every last minute thing. Alright, so basically this is just going to be me talking about what I have working on my workbench in between bigger videos. Obviously, I have my Bill and Ben video that I'm still working on that's just taking a long time to edit because I'm having to go through files and stuff and look through old photos, but that's taking a little bit longer. As you can see, these are my little side projects, and I have a couple more that I'm going to show y'all. So I kind of thought this would just be a new little thing I would do every couple weeks just to kind of update y'all. So let's take a look at what we got working on right now. We have Jock. We are actually working on Jock now. The chassis just came in. So this is the shell by Okie Mountain Modeler. Faces by NWR Chris to match the rest of my other Arsdale boys. So he's kind of just been printed. He's been sanded a bit. You can see a little bit of the sanding. Anyway, he's been fun. I've actually been working on his chassis. This started out as a Pacific chassis, but I extended the front bogie. I just made it a single bogie, and he's gonna go on like that. Boom, right? Very nice fit. Like spacing's a little off, but oh well. Currently working on a motor swap for it though, and this is an old chassis for parts. This is the motor that we're going with. It's one of the newer Markland can motors, and I'm working on mounting that there. This tender came off of that, and I've already been working on Jock's tender frame, so I had another Z-scale chassis. So this tender is going to be for another Arsdale engine. I'm not going to say who because I have big plans for that, and I'm very excited with that one. So mystery character, I'm not going to tell you who. Also on the workbench, we have Frank. This is a shell by Sodor Mongler, or RWS NWR12. This is exactly the same Frank shell that he used for his. I did a couple modifications because this piece down here was too thin, so I had to beefing it up a little bit. And then I put different buffers on it because I want all of the buffers to kind of match on mine. Face by NWR Chris. Told him to see if he could come up with a Frank face for me, and he delivered. So I'm very happy with how that turned out. But yeah, he's also on the workbench being worked on. Again, he's getting sanded. He's getting all that before he gets painted. So very happy with him too. Do not have his chassis yet. I did have to reprint a Jock tender though because I had a couple issues with these. Actually, I could probably still glue that one back, but it also has a hole that has formed in it. I don't know how to help that, so if anyone has any suggestions in the comments below, that'd be great. Tried doing a little support beam also because it does have a bit of a ridge in there and it's not very even, but it's okay. I kind of had to do that with all my Arsdale engines, sand it and stuff. So we're gonna do that too. Eventually. I do have a new tender printed. It's off camera over here. It's in one of the baths though. Okay, another thing I've been working on here. Here's a 2MT. I got this from one of my friends. He was selling it. I'm pretty sure it's TCC. I actually don't know for sure. But it does have a firebox flicker. Well, quote unquote firebox flickering. I wouldn't really call it that. You can see it. If I can get it to roll a little bit. You can see it flickering a little bit every now and then, but it's not anything crazy. Eventually, I do want to make Arthur though. I might end up switching the chassis out because this is the old split chassis. That's what it is. So eventually I want to switch it out, but not bad. Little 2MT. I've always liked the 2MTs. I had Noah's for a little bit and that was fun. So yeah, we're gonna move on. All right, a couple other projects I got going on here. This is gonna be the start of my first Gauge 1 model. Actually, I mean, I guess considering I have the E2, but this is the first one I'm fully building. This is gonna be Reneas. I have all the chassis bits for him. I have everything in a bag. I've just got the tester wheel, or not testers, what are they called? Slater wheels. This is an old boiler piece. Oh. Anyway, that's an old boiler piece I'm printing, or that I have printed, and I have a new one. I just gotta do it and sand it and stuff. But then here's his face. I'm very happy with how this face turned out. I gotta weather it a bit more, give it some shadowing, and obviously the pupils, but you can kind of see how he's going. This is a kit from the LBSC Thomas or Noah, so that'll be fun. And I gotta figure out his side rods and all that stuff too. So that's another project that, again, I just have sitting around because I'm very indecisive of what I like to work on. So we'll throw that up there. Another project. This doesn't look like anything right now. This is going to eventually be a Gauge 1 scale Rex. Rex is going to be one of the larger scale engines that I'm going to make because for use for railway, he's got to have a big crash. I want a very cinematic crash, and this is the only way I can affordably make a bigger model for Rex. Obviously, you see how small the Z-scale chassis are, and it just wouldn't look as good. So bigger model of Rex is coming, and it's going to be, I technically think it'll be gauge 1 scale. So that's fun. I'm really excited for that. So there's not much here, just the chassis. Noah's letting me use this for Rex, so thank you to them. But yeah, that's all I have right now on it. The next thing I have here, not really Thomas related, but I did paint a Baby Yoda for my girlfriend. Painted a Baby Yoda for my girlfriend. I've been into painting figures this week, so this is what I've been doing. So I just got it done today. Very happy with how it turned out. Got red weathering in its ears and stuff. Kind of how Grogu is. I haven't really watched The Mandalorian, but I'm very happy with how that turned out. She loves Baby Yoda, so. And on top of that, I do have one more figure that I have worked on. All right, and here's the last thing I've worked on. It's a large scale driver scan. So this was a scan by Kobe. I just scaled it down because I just wanted to play around and make a larger scale figure. And it's not a true gauge 1 scale. It's not like what they actually used on the show. It's just semi-scale one. I just scaled down just to see how I could do painting and stuff. Eventually I do want to make a full scale driver figure, but this was fun just to see what I could do. And I'm actually not keeping this one. This one is going out as a mystery to who is getting this. So, which eventually I want to do a giveaway of one of these. So what I might do is whenever we hit 6,000 subscribers, do a giveaway for one of these. I don't know if anyone's interested in that. We'll see though. That is one of the mystery things. I'm not going to say where it's going, but it's not mine. And I mean, that's really it that I have on the workbench. You know, a lot of these things I just flip through and work on at different periods of times and stuff. So I don't know if y'all want more videos like this. I would love to do more videos like this, just kind of give y'all general updates, like why certain videos are taking longer because I have certain interest in certain things. So yeah, you can see like none of this stuff is like related remotely. So I'm gonna end the video here. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave a comment down below if you would like me to keep continuing doing these videos like weekly or bi-weekly. I don't know, but just let me know. All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day.